Hi, and thank you so much for popping by. My name is Dr. Bita Pobaluzi, and you are most welcome to the conversation today. Another interesting story that is on my mind today is the one where the politicians, parliamentarians, are worried about Botswana's reputation internationally or Botswana's reputation globally. In this instance, specifically the country that was mentioned is Ireland, that there are a lot of Botswana who are traveling to Ireland, and when they get there, they claim asylum. And some of the reasons that they're using to claim asylum are that they are afraid of gender-based violence. And the second one that was mentioned is that they are not feeling free or safe as members of the LGBTQ community. Now, I'm not saying that there are instances where they may be fabricated stories from these people who are seeking asylum. I'm not saying I advocate for the methods that they're using to find a better quality of life, but I'm saying I can absolutely understand why the youth are choosing some of these routes to go to other countries to seek a better quality of life. And even in the case of LGBTQ members, I know for facts that there have been some instances where these members of this community have faced violence. But beyond that, the big issue for me that is coming up in these stories is really about unemployment, specifically youth unemployment. And this is not the first story that we have heard of this nature. There was another clip that I created where I was speaking to the story of the Botswana, hundreds of Botswana who were human trafficked to the United Kingdom to work in this in a sector that they were not qualified for. And eventually that particular ring that was headed by a Botswana was found out, and of course now there are repercussions to be paid. So when I add these two stories together, these are stories that are really talking about something going amiss, something going wrong in Botswana to lead these people, specifically the youth, the younger generation, to leave the country and to seek greener pastures in a very risky way, right? This is a very risky way of trying to make it in another country. And they're taking these risks, as I've said previously, because of the pressure of unemployment, the pressure to lead a better quality of life. And as I say this, I'm also reminded of a story on sex tourism that is happening in Botswana. Did you know that male sex workers are also getting as involved in this particular sector as women, right? And again, this is just indicators of people who are looking for a better quality of life. And still talking about, why the youth would take such risque routes to go and find a better quality of life in other countries. I'm also reminded of the need or the intention that President Boko had to increase this low-income salary from 1,500 pula to 4,000 pula. I think all the youth would definitely be looking forward to that particular increase or increment. And the thing which I find interesting is that as I was reading the economic diversification programs or drives that have been happening in the country since 2008 until now, is that there is a specific emphasis on the youth and the need to reduce youth unemployment. So this is not something that is only bearing its face now. This is something that has been happening. These stories are all an indication that something is going amiss within Botswana. Something needs to be fixed within Botswana. So this is just me saying, yeah, I can understand on one hand why how these stories can negatively affect Botswana's global reputation, but I also think it's an opportunity to fix whatever the problem is in the country, specifically youth unemployment in this case. Alrighty, my friend, I thank you so much for popping by. I hope you are having a lovely day where you are. But most importantly, I hope you're having a healthy day wherever you're watching me from. Bye.